3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
How many?
1, 2,
You're
3. Hi, everyone. We're here for our Waterville Valley weekly COVID-19 update. We've been doing this since the start of the pandemic. For those of you who haven't been joining us before, but we're happy to have each of you with us here as we try to provide you with some up-to-date information and answer some questions and perhaps get some feedback from you. If you have a question while we're doing the update, you can give us a call here at Town Hall. The number is 603-236-4730. Or you can text us at 603-254-6708. And as always, you can contact us via an email at townofwv@watervillevalley.org. So I guess I'll begin this afternoon and just let you know, if you haven't heard already, that the governor has issued new guidance. The stay-at-home order expired as of midnight on Monday night. And so with the start of Tuesday morning, the previous limit of 10 people in an outdoor gathering was lifted. However, that's pretty much the biggest change to any of the current COVID-19 guidance. We're still urging proper social distancing, still recommending the use of masks in public buildings or around others when you cannot publicly distance, and just basically using common sense to help slow the spread of the COVID-19 infection. So overall, with the state, all of the numbers seem to be going in a positive direction. That was the message that was put out by the governor and Health and Human Services yesterday during their weekly briefing. The number of positive tests, number of hospitalizations, deaths, and even number of just cases of COVID-19 are all trending in a downward area. So that's good. From the public safety standpoint, Chris, anything to talk about?
Just a couple things. Just everyone keep doing what they're doing. It seems to be working. We have noticed a dramatic increase in the day use areas, hiking in the region, and that does not exclude us. We had those temporary no parking signs up for most of the spring, and they seem to work very well. We took them down last week, thinking that we were kind of over this, but as soon as we took them down, people started parking in the streets again. So we were sensitive to the feedback we had on the looks of the signs, how they didn't match the sign package that the resort put out in cooperation with the town. So the resort is doing some renderings for some more aesthetic no parking signs. So we should see those going up. The other thing I wanted to mention is we're getting a lot of inquiries about personal fireworks. There is an ordinance in town that prohibits fireworks. The exception to that is if you have a pyrotechnics license, you can get a permit with Chief Noise. He's the one that issues the fireworks permits. So let's just keep doing what we're doing, and let's be polite to others. And once again, lots of businesses are starting to open up, and each business has its own rules and guidelines. The business owners own this establishment, so if they require masks, you must wear a mask. But other than that, everything's going well, and just let's all keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and I think one of the big things that fireworks thing, that's really coming about, I think, because we have announced that we will not be doing the town fireworks on the 4th of July. So we'll have a reduced number of events and things on the 4th of July weekend. But please keep in mind what Chris said about personal use of fireworks here in Waterville Valley. And if you have any questions, give us a call
Please.
here at Town Hall.
And I just want to clarify the whole fireworks thing. The governor has lifted the number restriction on social gatherings.
Right.
That's just social gatherings. It's not events, community events or anything like that. So that's kind of how we went to the decision that it's still a community event, and we looked at it in the same terms of an amusement park or something like that, and those are still under strict guidelines. So
yeah,
we have a responsibility to our community and to the governor's orders, and that's why we just can't make the fireworks work.
Right. So talking about the 4th of July and activities, I think we'll turn it over to Brooke Wakefield, our recreation director, and
See if
she
Dave
can.
has anything to add.
Oh, Dave, do you have anything to add public safety wise? Chief?
No, I think Chris covered it.
Okay. All right, just jump in if we miss anything that you can think of here. Brooke, do you want to take us through recreation activities and
Sure, can you
things that
hear
are
me?
going on? We can.
Okay, great. So the outdoor pickleball courts are open. We are putting the nets out at 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and that's open to members and guests. We also have the basketball hoop available before and after those hours on the court outside the rec department. The rec department gym and lobby will be closed this summer so that we can start, but you can still take the big risks that we offer, which is buying parking passes and getting fishing licenses, and also the season boat pass is available for members. Any of those services can be taken advantage of by giving us a call Saturday. So we'll just do curbside service for that. It's pretty easy. In terms of the parade, we will be doing that by vehicle only. We will not be doing the decorating party and not offering bikers and walkers to join us. It will just be vehicles. It's $10 per float, and the lineup is in the conference center parking lot like normal, starting at 10 a.m. on the 4th. So that's on Saturday the 4th. I know there's been some discussion about adding a theme, and maybe we'll talk more about that today. But there is an entry form, so reach out to the rec department for that. And that is pretty much all I have right now.
Okay. Good. So let's talk about the parade theme. And I know, Rich, we had talked about it at the selectmen's meeting last week. And so the thought behind you want to talk about the thought behind the parade theme and that sort of thing?
Well, we talked about it on the Tuesday morning call, and I know that
Tuesday morning. Sorry, yes.
there was a discussion perhaps that the selectmen wanted to be involved in determining what that might be this year.
Okay. So
Yeah, I just thought it would be useful, since it's the town event, to bring the selectmen into the discussion. Did you and your folks at Recreation come up with a theme or two to consider?
No, not yet. I was kind of waiting for after the call. I thought maybe we would talk about it first with the select board. But if we can certainly talk more about that and decide later. We don't need to decide today. Right.
No, I was just thinking it was a spur of the moment thought yesterday when it came up at the community meeting that a theme would be a good idea. That given the issues involved around the country these days, that something unifying would be good, like one people, one country, or one people, one nation, something like that. I'm not proposing anything specific, but I think something along those lines, were we to have a theme, would be a good one. I think a theme like that would be acceptable to all. no matter where you may fall on the issues of the day.
Okay.
And we can advertise that town website, all the social media and everything. And as people are signing up, maybe even put it on the sign-up sheet.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, we've never provided a theme before. Other people have just come up with kind of what they wanted to do on the float, but I really like that idea for this year in particular.
Yeah, and just tie it into the country's birthday and being unified, something along those lines. Yeah. I think that would be good. So why don't we just get 2 or 3 ideas and we can circulate them via email and get something so that when people start asking you about the applications, Brooke, we can have it on there.
We can do that.
Okay, good. Look forward to it. Anything else? Oh, you're getting pretty close to having a book, a trail guide, right?
Right. Yeah, we've been working hard on that. And it's not yet gone to the printer, but we expect it to at the end of this month.
Well, that's awesome. Look forward
Yeah.
to seeing that sometime this summer. So that'll be good.
Brooke, can you remind me of the actual arrangements and others on this call about the book, the author, and what it's about, that sort of thing?
Sure. So it'll be called the Waterville Valley Guidebook, and it is referring to mostly the hiking and history of America's first network of trails. Stephen D. Smith is the author. He's also the author of the AMC guidebooks, and he owns a little bookshop up in Lincoln called the Mountain Wanderer. Others that have worked on this committee and have contributed are Brenda and Preston Conklin, as well as Dan Newton. And it's been laid out professionally by CG Studios, and it's just really it's really a special guidebook, and the history that's included is pretty rich, and there's so many amazing photographs, and it's really turning out nicely. So that's kind of what's gone into it, and it's really a very cool book. So I can't wait to show it to everyone, but of course it's got to go to print first, and apparently it's a busy time to publish books, it seems. Really? Because which we didn't really expect. So if we get to print on time, which is June 30th, we won't really be able to see the book until early to mid-August.
Oh, okay.
So
do you have a price point for the book yet? I mean, this is a private book, so to speak. The town is just assisting in it. Really,
the town of Waterville Valley is the publisher of this book. The author is Steve Smith. However, he's sort of writing, all his releases to the town because the town is taking on this project. And we did get I feel a pretty good deal on the printing of the book. The companies up in Canada seem to be a lot less expensive. So we are using one of the companies up in Canada to do it, that someone's familiar with and has experience with.
And this will be for sale.
Mm-hmm.
This book will be for sale, yes. And I think that everyone will be interested in it.
Great. Thank you.
Yes.
Yep. Good. Dave, do we get any text questions or anything?
No, you're muted, Dave.
Sorry.
Good.
No, haven't got any text messages. If
Okay.
anyone has a question, wants to text in, 254-6708.
Okay. Well, not having any questions, I will move on to a couple of other things. First of all, as far as from the COVID standpoint, we are going to have these COVID updates as part of the regular selectmen's meetings every other Wednesday or the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. although we do have a reduced summer schedule that we have yet to determine. So next Wednesday, we are going to actually choose the summer meetings for July and August. And we'll be providing the COVID update dates as part of that scheduling that we do next Wednesday. So please check in. We're having fewer and fewer changes, thankfully, to the COVID situation. So we hope we continue in that vein through the summer. So please check in with us next Wednesday, and we'll set the dates for the next COVID update. And then I got two things that are non-COVID related that we talked about yesterday during the community discussion. The first of those items is the fact that the trail project, the Village Trail Improvement Project, has started. This is the area, the trail between the Corcoran Pond Dam and Snowsbrook Road that runs along Snowsbrook. And so there is a contractor in there working with some machinery. We're installing 4 lights to help illuminate sections of the trail. And we're making improvements to the surface of the trail and just making it more passable and usable for folks, bicycles, pedestrians, etc. So please, if you can avoid that area, they will be working in there at least until the 4th of July weekend, and then off and on through the rest of the month of July. So you'll be able to use it on the weekends, but during the work week, please avoid it if you can. The other thing is our census. We've been talking about this every chance that we get. There is a United States Census going on right now in 2020. We currently here in the town of Waterville Valley, we have about a 4% response rate to the census request for information. Across the state of New Hampshire, that rate is about 61%. So we are way behind other communities in the state. And this is very important information for us. Yeah, like 15 times worse.
I wonder how they know how many people to judge that.
Yeah, well, that's true. We don't, yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. So one thing that we know is that census requests for information are sent to physical addresses. And of course, here in Waterville Valley, we do not have postal service to our physical address. So only to post office boxes. So you're not going to get a notice in your post office box from the Census Bureau. You're going to get you have the opportunity to go onto the census website and provide your responses that way. And this is really important information for us to gather as a community because a lot of decisions at the federal and state level are made, especially for funding, based on information that's provided through the census. So if you can, please follow the links on the town website and go to the census page from those links and complete that information. It takes probably 3 or 4 minutes to do the short survey that they have there. If you have any questions, we have a subject matter expert in the office. Sharon can help you if you want to give us a call, and she can talk you through that. So please, we have to do better than the 4% that they have us down for right now. Very important for the town. Great.
If we're on some non-COVID things, Dave, if you want to just kind of unveil the tip 411.
Oh, yeah.
So, sure, within the next couple of weeks, we're going to be transitioning from our Nixle system that everybody has kind of signed up for in town and transitioning to a we're going to have our own Waterville Valley Public Safety app. Now that app is powered by TIP 411. It's a service that we subscribe to that does everything that Nixle used to do, along with a lot more features, gives us a lot more flexibility to send out alerts via text message, via the app itself, email, but it also allows us to have a tip line. And anybody can submit anonymous tips through the app or via text to this service, and the on-duty officers will get these tips, and they can anonymously ask questions for more information. We've also partnered with this. It also gives us a tip line for the elementary school for their own tip line that's separate from ours. So for anything that anybody has a concern with, they can send in a tip. So what we're going to be doing in the next few weeks is hopefully really trying to educate people on how to get signed up. You should be able to download it through the App Store. Not yet. I'm still in the process of getting that all set up, and or through iTunes. So it'll run on either an Apple or a Android product. But it will be the Waterville Valley Public Safety app. And you'll get all your messages, everything from road closures to emergencies to weather emergencies to all that kind of stuff that we're used to getting on Nixle. You'll now get it through our app. So we're kind of excited about it. Happy to get that going, but it's still probably a couple weeks out.
Okay,
And it's a free app.
And it's free. Yep. And you do have to sign up for it. And unfortunately, if you are part of the Nixle, we can't transfer your data because it's a totally different system. So folks will be encouraging everyone in town who wants to get public safety notifications, kind of like we did through Nixle. We'll just have to sign up through TIP 411 and or download our app.
okay, great. We'll send out a reminder email to everyone once it's up and running.
And we'll run them concurrently for a little while. So you'll get a Nixle alert about the tip, about our app. So
Oh.
that'll help.
Great, that's a good idea. All right, Rich, anything else that you thought we were going to cover or that we should cover?
No, I think everything was covered. Thank you.
All right, well, just want to again thank everybody for joining us, and we will see you next Wednesday, which is June 24th at 3 p.m. for the regular Board of Selectmen's meeting. So until then, talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Can you hear it?